Okay, we're ready to get started. I'd like to start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Mrs. Cron, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Dennis Clemens? Here. Mr. Casper?
Here.
Mrs. Cullen? Here. Mr. Kraus?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Agomo?
Here.
Mrs. Schmidt?
Here.
Mrs. Yardley?
Here.
Dr. Yarnell?
Okay, Dr. Yarnell's not here. First on our agenda tonight is student recognition.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Casper. As you all know, our students here at Pennridge are fortunate to have the opportunity to participate, if they so choose, in the tech school. And not only do many of them take us up on that offer, they continue to excel. So we have a group of students who recently performed well at the District 11 Skills USA competition in Allentown. And all of them are going to be receiving a certificate of achievement from the district, but I wanted to let you know who they were because there are so many of them. And then I know we may have a couple of them here tonight, but they can stand up and be recognized. So winning gold medals and advancing to the state competition are the following. In the automated manufacturing technology category, the team of Tyler McVan, Adam Koch, and Dennis Hernandez, all of whom are in the machine technology program. One of them is here. Let's give him a round of applause. In the building maintenance technology category, Zachary Goronsky, who is in the construction technology program. In cabinet making, Isaac Goldblatt. In carpentry, Jacob Trotter. In the prepared speech category, Sarah Leibel, who is also in the construction technology program. And in the welding category, Carlina Custodia, welding technology. Earning silver medals were the following: collision repair technology, David Erb; commercial baking, Jay Grusella; criminal justice, William Clausen; customer service, Mariah Bryson, who's a cosmetology student; in industrial motor control, Nicholas Myers, an electrical technology student; in plumbing, Noah Yost; in the prepared speech category, Carrie Berg, a law enforcement student; in teamworks, Jesse Chappelle, a construction technology student; and in welding, Mason Garris. And finally, our bronze medal winners were Jake Palmer in cabinet making, and plumbing technology student Christopher James in the job interview category, and Gavin Mazzoni in precision machining technology. So as you can see, they really did a fabulous job. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hagen. Next, we have public comment questions from guests. There was only one person signed up, Celeste Ferrara. And I know, Mr. Skippington, you did not sign up, but I know you want to address it. Ms. Ferrara and everyone else, before you get started, we're going to be returning to trying to be closer to our policy 903. And I just wanted to remind everyone that this paper was posted at the front door and on the podium, that public comment will be limited or shall be limited to 3 minutes unless otherwise specified by the board. Participants must be recognized by the presiding officer and note their name and municipality. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer rather than to individual board members, district employees, or members of the public. And the speaker may speak once during each comment period. So also, just remember these sessions are designated for comments. Any questions raised may be addressed at a later time for accuracy. So thank you.
Thank you. My name is Celeste Ferrara. I live in Percy Borough. My comment is on the motion that's going to be made tonight concerning policy 824, concerning maintaining professional adult and student boundaries. I don't have the paper with me, but online I noticed the policy that the corrections or how the policy was written up, and what was struck from it was what was added into it. Going through it, I was surprised that on page 6, I believe, online of it, it was the second paragraph, I believe, concerning an educator. And it stated that it goes through, and the one line at the end is telling you, it struck out where they had to contact. Now, an educator is a mandatory reporter, so all mandatory reporters are required in state law to call the child hotline concerning anything, concerning a child of any sort. There could be abuse or relations going on, whatever it might be. But you struck that, at this point, you struck that line saying that it had to be gone, that it has to go to the higher ups. It says only to the higher ups in the school district, like the superintendent, the supervisor that's ahead of them. And that's fine and dandy as the old policy, that's how far it went. But for the new policy, as of December 31st, 14, the new policy added in what was struck out concerning that they have to report all matters of anything of this sort to child hotline, which I will call it, if anything's gone on. But according to this, it didn't say that. It said to first, to only educator had to go to their superintendent or supervisor, which then would go to the superintendent of the schools. And that's not quite the policy. I noticed in the next paragraph when it's saying what the superintendent would have to do if they find things are should go on, they would notify. But that's not according to the policy. And that's what I wanted to put forth. So I'm requesting that this part of the policy, this policy, go back to the committee, and so there could be more public comment on it, and so they go through it more accurately. I know it's easy. I went online first when I saw it, and I thought, oh, this is okay. But then I went up and I saw it. I said, as of before September of 2013. I thought, well, that's not right. So I looked further, and it said, when I went to it, it came out as of December 31st of 14. This was the new law that was struck in, that it's mandatory that they must contact that educational child hotline for the safety of a child. That's what I wanted to put forth. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. Okay, Mr. Skivington, please state your name and municipality, please.
I'm Tom Skiffington.
Can you turn your microphone on, please?
The face.
The face.
Just push.
There we go. I'm Tom Skiffington from Hilltown Township, and I'm here, as most of you are aware, about policy 124.2. Obviously, I'm here a little selfishly about my daughter because she has a 4.2 grade average, and I'd like her to go to Bucks County Community College on dual enrollment, like my prior child did that went to Pennridge her entire life and was given the privilege to go full-time to the college. And my understanding is the board now has denied my daughter to be able to do that, my second daughter, to do the same thing that my other daughter was permitted to do. It's a little selfish because I'm speaking on behalf of my daughter. However, I can easily send her to a charter school or private school and she can accomplish the same thing, but won't be able to graduate with her friends at Pennridge. And also, the school district obviously would lose the tax dollars by me doing that. But what's more disappointing is when my prior child did this, there were 70 students from Pennridge who did the dual enrollment. All those students benefited from the dual enrollment. My daughter graduated within 4 years, like many children cannot do. And the year after that, there were 60. This year, there's 11. To me, that's sad for Pennridge. Pennridge should be encouraging their students to go on to college and advance their career. Everybody I've talked to, whether it be administration, the teachers, or actually the people I spoke to on your board, I've asked them, because everybody says we're here for the students, that's why we got elected, we're looking out for the individual students. I've asked every person, show me where the negative or the detriment is to this program for this student. Not one person in administration or on the school board has given me a negative except the union doesn't like it. To me, that's pretty sad. Even if you had the max that we ever had here of 70 students go, that would not cost one teacher their job. And I think we're here for our students. So I would ask you to please reconsider, not only for my child, but for every student at Pennridge that wishes to go and the parents want them to exceed and go into the college and are willing to pay for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to the consent calendar. I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes, expenditures, reports, and personnel contracts in motion 5, A through J.
Second.
Motion seconded by Mr. Regoma. So I'd like to call it to a vote. All those,
Wait, I have-
oh, I'm sorry. Just give me a second. It's my first night out here. If there's if anyone would like to vote separately on any items, now would be a good time for questions or comments from board members.
Yeah, I have a question about the personnel report, and I think Mrs. McHale has a correction to make.
Right, thank you, Mrs. Yardley, for bringing this to our attention. Items number 16 and 17 should be intermittent leave. Item number 15 should not be intermittent leave. So number 15, we're going to remove the word intermittent, and number 16 and 17 should be intermittent leave. Thank you.